In life, we often believe that hard work is the only key to success. But have you ever wondered, is hard work alone really enough? To truly succeed, we must not only work hard, but also work wisely. Think of a lamp that burns continuously. No one pays much attention to it, but the moment it goes out, everyone suddenly notices its absence. We are just like that lamp. If people don't realize our presence and contribution, one day they might forget our value and replace us. So, let's explore a story that reveals a deep life lesson about effort, wisdom, and balance. Once, there was a young worker in a factory. He was guided by an elderly craftsman, a man respected for his skill and experience. The old mentor advised him, "Work with complete focus. Don't waste time talking. Master your craft so well that no one can ever replace you." Years passed. When the old craftsman retired, the young man took over his position. He followed his mentor's advice, faithfully working quietly, diligently, and with full dedication. But one day, the young man went to visit his old teacher, looking worried and sad. The elder asked gently, "What troubles you, my boy?" With a sigh, the young man said, "I did everything you taught me. I work hard, stay silent, and I'm the most skilled worker in the factory. But still, others with half my ability are getting promoted, while I remain in the same position with the same salary." The elderly craftsman smiled and asked, "Do you really believe you're essential to that factory?" The young man replied confidently, "Yes, absolutely." The mentor thought for a moment and said, "Then do one thing, take a day off tomorrow. Tell them you're unwell. A little rest will do you good." Though puzzled, the young man agreed. The next day, he stayed home. When he returned, his manager called him into the office. "Because of your absence," the manager said, "we faced many difficulties. No one could handle the work you usually do so effortlessly. Now we realize how important you are." The manager promoted him to senior technician. The young man was overjoyed and deeply grateful to his mentor for such wise advice. From that day on, whenever he felt unappreciated, he would take a day off. And every time he returned, things seemed to improve for him. His strategy worked, or so he thought. Months passed. Then, one morning, he arrived at the factory, only to find the gates closed to him. His name had been removed from the employee list. He had lost his job. Heartbroken, he rushed to his mentor. "Master," he cried, "I followed your advice exactly. Why did this happen?" The old man looked at him kindly and said, "You learned only half of what I tried to teach you." "Half," the young man repeated in confusion. The mentor nodded. "You understood that when a lamp burns all the time, people forget its light. Only when it goes out do they realize its importance." He paused, then continued softly, "But you ignored the second part of that lesson, the most important part." The young man leaned in. "What's the second part?" The elder said, "If a lamp keeps going out again and again, people will soon replace it with one that stays bright, because no one trusts a light that flickers too often." That day, the young man finally understood. He had used wisdom, but without balance. In life, too, we often take people for granted, our family, our friends, our loved ones, simply because they're always there. But one day, if they suddenly disappear, we realize how much they meant to us. Don't wait for that day. Appreciate those who stand beside you. Value their presence before it becomes an absence. At the same time, don't push yourself so hard that you burn out or become invisible. Learn to balance effort with expression, work with heart, but also with wisdom, because success is not just about shining, it's about shining steadily in a way that people can always rely on your light.